Hey guys, welcome back to FPL. And obviously by now you should know what we are doing. We're going to be looking at our scores, how well we did with the leagues, any changes and all that good stuff for the upcoming game week. So if we go to fantasy, firstly we can look at the team of the week. Let's just obviously increase that. So Flecken in goal, 9 points. Wan-Bissaka obviously scored. Pedro Porro also scored. Emerson, West Ham got a clean sheet. Maddison in the midfield, 16 points. Obviously scored against City. Spurs beaten City somehow. Sarr, Saka, Mo Salah, Enzo Fernandez, Junior and João Pedro all in the team of the week. We look at the most transfers in and out. Junior, Pedro, Saka, Salah, Porro, sorry. Not surprised there with those. Haaland coming out, Diaz coming out, Guardiola coming out, Raul coming out, and Semenyo coming out. So again, some surprising changes. Really, to be fair, if we look at the points from last week, they're 62 points. Not a bad score. Obviously, could have been better, but still. So Joe Sarr only 2 points. Robinson again blanked for Fulham. Guardiola blanked with that loss against Spurs. Virgil van Dijk 1 point, didn't deliver for us unfortunately. But our midfield obviously with Mbemo 3 points, Palmer with 2. Again, Palmer is a decision talking point really whether we're going to sell him to someone like Maddison or Bruno Fernandes. Mo Salah obviously delivered like always. We were potentially going to go for a triple captain. I didn't, just because I don't want to use it too early like I did with the wild card. Saka obviously always performed well. Smith Rowe with only 1 point, but the strike force of Jackson with the goals. Weza on the bench. The only real mistake was the Pickford game, and I just went over Joe Sarr over Pickford just because of the two players for Brentford there, and I assumed that there would be a goal. De Ligt doing nothing, Faye's doing nothing, Conja doing nothing, which is obviously a usual concept for now. As we look at the average point was 49, so we did better. Obviously, we made the one change, which was Virgil van Dijk, of course. If we look at the highest points, 128, obviously Ray and goal, Wan-Bissaka, Saliba, Porro, Robinson, Maddison, triple captain Salah, of course, Bruno, Diaz, Jackson, Chun, Fabianski, Winkle. So it's a decent squad there. So if we go to leagues and fixtures, like always, green arrows for a lot of the leagues. However, obviously the two leagues that we look at always, the McDonald's League and the Mini League that I run. In the McDonald's League, we remain second. We did drop down to third on Saturday. However, we reclaimed the second position on Sunday. And there we're currently sitting 7 points above third, but 100 points down from first place. It's going to be a very hard chance if we're going to have a comeback to be the champion. As for the rest of this, obviously, like I said, potentially I would say a top 5 finish is doable. Anyone below Gilly, I don't think has as much chance, and potentially most of them have probably already gave up, especially whoever's at the bottom there. But yes, as for the mini league, of course, that I run, this is where the boys like to get competitive. We're in second. only 50 points behind Tyler. I said I was going to catch him. It's coming. And he deserves a stinker very soon. Gets away with another one very close to us. 1 point difference between us. Obviously, Matt currently 50 points. So it is really a two-way title race between me and Tyler. And I think I'm going to get him very, very soon. Kevin moves up to fourth with that impressive 70 score. Louis with 73, despite being at the bottom, put up a good performance from his players. But he's a very long way behind. No real changes at the back, of course. And obviously Marcus drops down to 5th. So we look at Kevin's score because he did get the highest. He made 3 changes. Martinez in goal. Dallo, Konate, Gabriel. Gabriel, Knock. Palmer, Salah, Saka, Mbembo, Rogers. Wazza, Pedro. Undogi on the bench. Lewis. Where these points came from? João Pedro, of course. Gabriel, I guess, is the defence that got the points compared to what I got. But a decent squad, nevertheless. So yes, it's a good performance from us. We're still second in both leagues, which is what we want. Coming in to the game week 13, I have made a change, and that change is, of course, João Pedro in. So we got rid of the lip, same price, so I didn't lose money, and it just gives that option of João Pedro, a very good goal scorer. There is going to be one more change, and that is Guardiola has to come out. City have not been very good, so I do want to make a change for a defender, and we do have 6.2 million. So I'm potentially looking at maybe going for get rid of that 6. Let's go 6.4. Guardiola, Gabriel's good shout. Porro. I don't know who to go for. Saliba not doing well. I think we have to go for someone like Porro or Forest. Who have they got? They've got Ipswich. Not really. Fixture wise, it's not the best. Robinson, Alnoy. I think Porro might be the best shout. He's got Fulham, Bournemouth, Chelsea. I guess if we could keep him to maybe Liverpool, it would be a good shout. What is Guardiola's fixture saying? So they've got a tough one against Liverpool, of course, we know. Forest, Palace. I think we've got to make the change. What about Forest? So we've got Man City, and United. Just can't be them. I think the change that we're going to make is actually Gabriel. I think Gabriel might be the change. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Gabriel comes in. It does mean we take a -4 points. But man, we've got to get rid of Guardiola, especially because they're playing Liverpool. But City have been not that great. So that is the 2 changes. Gabriel comes in, and obviously João Pedro. So my Domino's has just arrived, so let's wrap this up very quickly. So the team lineup for this week is going to be João Pedro coming in for Smith Rowe, and we are going to is it Joe Sarr maybe? We're going to keep Jota in just for now, potentially make the change to Pickford. As for captaincy, we're going to take it off Salah, and I'm actually going to give it to Mbemo. They got Leicester. I think he'd get some goals. And Vice will obviously go back on Salah. So this is the team that we're going to be running with for game week 13. Obviously, like always, if there is any last minute changes, they will be on the YouTube short. But now I want to go and eat my Domino's pizza. So I will see you for next week with the updates. Goodbye.